What you need to do is be thankful for the life you got, you know what I'm saying?
They send pressure. Mayfield evades. In trouble. Stiff arm. Throws. How did he do it? First down. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught. It's a miracle. It's celebrated. Oh, my goodness. This town is going crazy. Protected. Another completion. Another short one. And bouncing off the tackle is Montgomery. What a catch and run. Still going.
Welcome, everyone, to What's the Play for a Thursday night preview game. I am Cory, joined, as always, by the great and wonderful NFL GOAT, Lucas. How are you tonight?
Glad to be back on here with you. We missed last week, so ready to get back into it this week.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone who normally does enjoy our content. We missed last week. Both of us had some personal things coming up, so we just couldn't make it work with our schedules. But we are back this week. And we are ready to dive into tonight's game to talk the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. We will kind of briefly go over last week, how we did, maybe some swing and misses, and maybe highlight a few of the better plays we had. But tonight's show is mostly just going to be focused on tonight's game and some of the looks that you and I are kind of on, or some spots that we're eyeing. So let's just dive right into it. Last week was week 3 in the NFL. Crazy crap happened there. I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like that with as many blocked field goals. Or, Rams plus 3.5 bettors are drowning in piss. And what was your overall thought about last week? Because I have never in my life witnessed anything like that.
I'm just glad to come out in the green last week. Had about a plus 5 unit week. The straights were hitting. Glad I wasn't on some of these terrible beats. If you had the Rams plus 3.5, it's about as gross as a beat as you're going to see. Yep.
A big man of all people ran it back for a touchdown to cook those plus 3.5 tickets. Luckily, I wasn't one of them either. So, I don't know. I just have never seen that many blocked field goals attempts, and I think there were some PATs in there. So
this past week,
that was unbelievable. Every time it happened, I just was like, "Are you kidding me?" Obviously, the Eagles won, taking the cake there. They had already previously blocked a field goal earlier in the game, and they ended up blocking another one. And then was it Jalen Carter? I can't remember.
Yep.
Yeah, Jalen Carter ran it back for
Jordan Davis ran it back, but
what's that?
They both had a block kick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But they both had one.
Will McDonald for the Jets blocked and ran one back as well to take the lead for the Jets. And then Baker Mayfield says, "Hold my beer. We're going to go win this fucker regardless." So, I'm with you. I didn't come out quite as good as you. I went 2-2 on my straights. I'm still kind of just slowly dipping the toes in. 2-2, and then 0-2. 2-0 on the straights and 0-2 on the lottos, but I'm never really too worried about swinging and missing on those. So Monday's game, I went 1-1. I caught, for those who follow me on X, caught Amon-Ra at 45.5, which was air, and I did play the kicking points, which should have hit if the Ravens had just kicked the goddamn field goal right before half. So before we get into tonight's game, let's just kind of quickly, maybe who was a big winner of team-wise or even individual person that was a winner from last week for you?
Of course, I'm an Eagles fan, but I got to say Jalen Hurts. He was incredible in the second half when he needed to be.
Yes. Yeah, that was there's been a lot of talk about that the Eagles and Hurts can't throw the ball, or maybe Hurts isn't that great of a quarterback. And I feel like that was kind of a good statement game for them to kind because the Rams are a great team. You and I both like them a lot. And to get that win, I think that was big for them. So, yeah, I agree with there. And who was your loser of the week?
It's got to be the Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably a bigger loser off the top of my head, but the Ravens.
At home, I think they were favored. I can't remember, actually. I believe they were favored. Yep. Losing. That's not a bad choice there. I'm going to start with my loser from last week, and I got to go with the Cowboys. Getting absolutely demolished by the Bears. Boy, that's not a good look. And I don't think the Bears are very good. So I don't know what that says about the Cowboys. Probably worse than we thought, which is kind of weird because after week one, I think a lot of people thought maybe they were going to be okay without Parsons, and they've kind of fallen off the cliff since then, right? Winners, I kind of was struck between. Well, I was kind of struck between, honestly, the 49ers for escaping with a win against the Cardinals. It wasn't pretty. Half their team's already hurt, and it's only week 3 then. And the other one I had as a winner was the Browns to get a win at home versus the Packers. Really nice win for them. They've been pretty close. I think week 1 they were really close. Probably should have won that game. And to beat a team most people think are going to win the division, really nice win there. So, that's our winners and losers from last week. So, I know one play you were on last week with CeeDee Lamb. He got hurt early in that Cowboys game. So that's a real bummer, to be honest. I'm not really sure where they're going to go offensively from there.
Well, Packers and Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. We got plenty to talk about tomorrow, probably, about that one.
Yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that for tomorrow. Hope everyone joins us for our Friday show where we'll give the college football. We'll go over the college football slate, go over picks, and then we'll look to all the Sunday games and talk about our leans and plays that were on there. So, I know the game. So, like I said, to start the show, we got the Seahawks and the Cardinals tonight. Game starts at 6:15 local time, which is Mountain, or 8:15 Eastern. So, let's just kind of dive right into it. What do you think about this game kind of going in, both 2-1 teams?
Usually I stay away from divisional games, but of course Thursday Night Football we're going to be watching. Got to have a few bets in for it.
Yep.
This was a Sunday game, honestly. Might not have too many bets in this game, maybe one at the most.
Yeah.
A couple angles ended up
one of your favorite lines there. If it was a Sunday at 1, I wouldn't be betting this game.
425 game, probably wouldn't bet it. Maybe have one play in it.
Yeah. Can't say I disagree there. There's a few spots. The spread's only 1.5 right now. Total's 44.5 or 43.5. Sorry. I think it's come down from 44.5. What's kind of some spots you've circled that you think might be good looks?
Right now, I'm really liking that under 43.5. I think that points might be tough to come by. With that being said, I got a few overs. Starting on Seattle, I got Torrey Horton at 19.5 receiving yards. If you don't know Torrey Horton, he was excellent in preseason. Definitely carved out a role, and he's had 4 targets week 2 and week 3. Week 1, he didn't do too much, but great special teams player. Ran a punt back last week, but gives a nice little CLV on Torrey Horton.
Yeah, he's up to 20.
Tonight.
He's up to 25.5. Is that still a spot you'd even take him at, or would you try to catch him live at that point for everyone?
You probably get him live at a little bit of a discount.
Yeah. I think probably. Generally, most people who've been following us for a while know I like to live sniper some plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some live angles to keep an eye on.
It's just because some of the spots I just don't feel super great at the line. I feel really good it'll hit, but you know me, I kind of like to give a range of where I'm looking at these live spots on where I want to get. I know you said you got Torrey at 19.5. in all honesty, if after that first drive, if he hasn't caught a ball, or even if he has and it's for a few yards,
be 21.5.
Yeah, that's, to me, it's probably still a take at 21, 22.5, and it's 3 yards. But 3 yards makes a difference. How many times have you played someone to get 25 rushing yards and they get 24? So
I mean, you're banking on 4 targets, so if you can get 21.5.
Yeah, and you say, that's a good point.
Granted, I think you can go over, but when you're banking on 4 targets, not a very big target share, especially how good JSN is playing.
And if that's, man, now that I don't even think I caught him at 19.5. I'm actually might just play the over 2.5 here, because of kind of what you've talked about. He's had 4 targets the last 2-3 games.
4 targets last 2 games.
Yep. 4. Even
that's all you're hoping for,
right?
This one.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that's kind of. It also kind of depends on how you think. The way you and I look at this is not just from a data-driven point, which yes, it does feed into it, but we look at it also from how do we think this game plan is going to go? Do you think it's going to be a tight game? Well, then yeah, they're probably still going to be utilizing people. If I think it's a blowout one way or another, then that's going to change how you think some of these plays are going to go. I think it's going to be a decent game in terms of tightness. I don't really
I definitely think so.
Oh, really? You don't think it'll be very tight?
Oh, no, I do think so.
Oh, you do think so? Sorry, I misheard you. Yeah, if I thought the Seattle was going to blow them out, then obviously why would they be throwing the ball around? You'd just be handing it off, sort of thing. So, I also thought another guy you had target on here was our boy Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I missed the original line. I went up to Price Pick Taco.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was like 70.5 for like 20 minutes or something Tuesday. That line didn't last, up to 84.5, which I'd still probably lean the over there with how well he's been playing this season and the huge target share, massive target share that I think is sustainable. I really like JSN, and here he is as the alpha. He's certainly made the most of it this past 3 weeks. Not worried about Arizona's defense, but Will Johnson got ruled out, so of course JSN can go for 100+ again. I'm not betting in that way, but especially on a Thursday.
Yeah, there'd be no need to, right? I'm not a huge ladder guy. I know the last 3 games here, I just pulled it up on props, props.cash. So San Francisco, he had 124, versus Pittsburgh 103, and then last game against New Orleans, who's arguably one of the worst teams in the league, he had 96. So, boy, I was kind of hoping he'd have a slow first quarter, but that's not really true.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, he's gone 39, 20.
Number live.
Yeah, 39, 27, and 41. So you're probably not – Jackson's probably not a guy you're going to try and catch live, unfortunately. However, one guy I know also you're on is on the Cardinals side.
And a couple Cardinals, actually.
Yeah. Why don't you
one of them right there on the screen, Marvin Harrison Jr. Had a very poor performance last week against the 49ers. Had 2 killer drops, which costed him plenty of yards. I think he finished like 44 yards or something like that last week, just under the line I got. I got 45.5.
Yeah.
Anytime a player has an emotional press conference like that, you can kind of tell this might be the best thing for him. Get right back in the field 4 days later, Thursday night football. It might be the best thing for him instead of thinking about it for an extra 3 days. I definitely think that they go right to him. Marvin Harrison Jr., Jonathan Gannon, and Kyler Murray both expressed their confidence in him, and we know what he could be, Marvin Harrison Jr., but just haven't quite fully seen it.
Yeah,
last Sunday, two killer drops. This can't happen.
Yeah, this week this year he started off really slow. A lot of drop balls, like you stated last week. The one he was so wide open, he probably scores a touchdown on, to be honest, and just dropped it out of nowhere. So,
So I'm buying into that narrative.
Yeah, but it's the ultimate buy low.
Confidence. If feeding the ball right away.
Yep, ultimate buy low spot.
The first quarter yards could be a better play than the full game yards. Just think that they might have something schemed up for him the first drive or two.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Ultimate buy low spot, and I like
ultimate
that.
buy low spot.
Yep, I really
I
love
won't lose
that.
sleep if he does not hit it. If he doesn't hit, I might not bet him again this season. It's all right.
I went to the wrong tab.
FanDuel actually updated, at least on the app. Maybe not on desktop, but like FanDuel just updated their app yesterday. A little bit easier to do all the first quarter stuff.
I love that look that you're talking about too. Oops, I went to Njigba, not Marvin Harrison. Sorry.
7.5.
Man, that looks pretty tasty. I just think on that first drive, they probably going to do maybe a quick screen to him, some type of slant. It's just something to just catch the ball.
Yeah.
They're not going to take a deep shot. Don't even think
I definitely think so.
No, I don't think so. I think they just want to get him to catch the ball and maybe let him try and create some space himself, because he does have that movement and quickness. So if you kind of get him on a quick slant, some type of out, he may get an out for 7 yards or 8 yards, and all right, he's already got that. One of my favorite lottos to do, or that you and I like to do, are those first quarter props, given how they're the odds are they seem a lot better, or it's a lot easier to get higher odds. I know this game they have the no sweat bet, which I hadn't even claimed at this point, and the 50% profit boost.
I still have my boost.
You still have your boost?
Yeah, FanDuel boost.
What are you thinking on how you're wanting to try to use that?
I'm thinking about betting on the other Cardinal that I bet on. I'd have bet him anytime touchdown, but I'm definitely thinking about it at the moment. Greg Dortch.
Oh, let's go look at those.
We just go pat. Well, I did Greg Dortch receptions. I'm thinking about boosting his anytime touchdown, because I also took Troy Horton anytime touchdown. It's plus 600 right now on FanDuel, but you can boost it if I choose to do that with my boost.
Yeah, you're a big Greg Dortch fan.
Huge Greg Dortch fan. That's my guy. We played football together growing up years ago in Richmond.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was an incredible player. He taught me a few things. He was a very fun teammate. One time was on the same team as him. I also played against him. He was very fun not very fun to cover. Certainly a challenge. He was a very special player, all the way leading back to 10 years old.
Yep.
I mean, matched up. So I have a lot of fun watching Greg Dortch. I did it Wake Forest and now the Arizona Cardinals. All his other stops in the NFL, and I bet his receptions this week. His receptions 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is I thought that you had laddered them. Right now is Greg Dortch. Where's he at?
That's my guy.
Oh, he's on. So I mean, right now is on FanDuel. Again, we really do suggest you shop around. This is just for ease of us to kind of go over.
He's going to be open. I can tell you that much. You watch the game. He's going to be open in the flat all game long. I've seen it plenty of times, whether or not he gets thrown the ball or not.
That's the real thing.
Yeah. He's going to be open. I can tell you that.
Yeah, the amount of times
he's going to get the snaps. Zay Jones out, so I think that, especially on a short week, we're going to see a good amount of Greg Dortch. He's going to be out there for plenty of snaps.
I think so. Was it last year or the year before you got me on him and you told me about him, and I hadn't even heard of him, and you told me this story. So then I started, looking out for him, and my God, the amount of times that dude is open, it just doesn't.
He's open every single play.
It just doesn't get thrown the bucket.
He is such a good route runner. He really is. I wouldn't say elite route runner, but he's really up there.
He's right up there.
Mr. Jefferson, he's up there. He's exceptional. Getting open route running.
Yeah, it's actually just mind-blowing how wide open he'll be sometimes, and Murray's not looking his way, or he's already moved on to he's moved off the read. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he'll be the check down. He'll be the 34th read, and There he is. He's open in the flat if you want to check it down for 3-4 yards.
Yeah, and the irritating thing is just when you really start to kind of like hone in on him, and like I bet him a few times last year.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, pass it to him. He's fucking open. And then Kyler just won't do it. And it's the most irritating goddamn thing on the planet. Because especially it'll be more irritating when like Kyler just runs out of bounds for like a no-yard gain. And you're like, what the fuck, man? He was wide open. So, yeah, I don't know. It's very high risk reward type of situation with him. But I do love the play because, again, he's practically open every fucking play. It's just if he gets
going to be out there. Short week, no Zay Jones. He's going to be out there for plenty of snaps.
Yeah.
Soon.
I want to
helps him.
I want to talk about a little maybe two-piece touchdown score. Again, I want to go back to the fact that I think it's such a buy low spot for Marvin Harris. I feel like he would have to be in your. I feel like he'd have to be in your touchdown.
Probably need to say something like that. Yeah. Still got this boost to use.
Yeah, I want to really use him. I'm not sure how I'm going to use my boost yet. Probably on a live bet or what I might try and do like a first quarter play there, like Harrison for 5 and then some maybe like Charbonnet for, well, I guess we could look. I don't know what his rushing yards would be. Not Charbonnet. I don't know. Who do you like better, Charbonnet or Walker for a first quarter rushing yards?
Probably Walker.
5 there. So, or sorry, what was that? I was like 10. I said 5. That was, I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, I mean, I like to use my boost personally on like a little builder situation. So something like Walker for 5 and, well, actually, can you use the boost on the your way? I don't even remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, which is sad. And then I really like him for 5 yards. I mean, that's plus 120. I just really like what you stated earlier in the show, which is Harrison had probably the worst game of his career as an NFL player last year in a game that the Cardinals really, really could have won and should have won, to be honest. And he kind of let him down. And I just think as a confidence builder, they really want to get him going early. That play on the screen there is actually what I will likely use my boost on. We're not asking much here. 5 yards from Walker, that should be pretty easily done. That might be done on the first fucking handoff, to be honest. So, and then with just how poorly Harrison played last week, I just think they're really going to get him the ball. So that's normally what I use my boosts on, but this will be the play here for those watching. Kenneth Walker, 5 yards rushing, and Harrison Jr., 5 yards receiving. It's plus 120. Use your 50% boost there if you want. That's what I'll be doing. To go back to the touchdown play, something I kind of want to start doing with you on these primetime games is maybe you and I both pick a guy that we think has a real good chance to score. I think my guy would probably be, again, Harrison Jr. Who do you like as a scorer as that two-piece?
I think it's tough, honestly, because I think I lean under that 43.5. I don't think we're going to have too many touchdowns tonight.
Yeah.
But I think if you pick Harrison Jr., you'd have to pick a Seattle Seahawk. I did sprinkle on Torrey Horton, but JSN or Kenneth Walker, take your pick. The 2 Ohio State wide receivers, JSN and Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Although I've generally been a Kenneth Walker guy in the past. Catch me out quite a few times.
So Kenneth Walker scored twice last week against New Orleans. God, I'd hope so. They were horrid. And then scored week 2 against Pittsburgh. And Jigba was
scored
once
last week for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. Didn't score the first 2 weeks.
He's owned the Cardinals in the past, JSN.
Yes, he has.
3 touchdowns in 4 games.
Yep, 3 out of 4. Boy, that would probably be the guy I'd have to go at. If, Jackson
JSN and Harrison Jr.?
Yeah. That's
I got it
643
on my
on
phone right now.
FanDuel.
I might boost that one.
Yeah.
Easy 2-piece. Maybe not easy, but
Easy. I wonder if there's
because I don't think there's gonna be too many touchdowns. I do think this is a lower scoring game.
Yeah, it might be like a first half under type situation. Normally, you and I kind of
Yeah.
do something like that where we will just just a slight touch just to get some extra juice in there. It's nothing too much, but it seems like the best odds are going to be they're pretty well the same. 640, what I say, 643 on FanDuel, and Pickett is telling me 650 on DraftKings. So, if you're going to use the boost on the thing that I did with the little first quarter situation, you could maybe, I'm sure there's probably a touchdown boost on DraftKings. I haven't logged on. Yeah, I haven't logged on there today. We got people watching. What's some people, in the comments, maybe tell us who you like to score tonight. We'd like to see some spots, or if you have any questions about who you just in general about tonight's game, what you think, let us know. We'll definitely answer those live right here. On DraftKings, there is it's a live TD score boost. So, I mean, literally once the game starts, you could do it and get that. But I might try and use that is what I'll do. But yeah, I think I'll lock that in with you. It seems like a good little 2-piece there.
Two-leg?
Yeah, 2-leg. Make Thursday's game interesting for sure. So, is there anything else on tonight's game that you're going to be looking for, or spots that you like? Any other thing you want to talk about?
It's a little more action than I would normally have on a Thursday night football game, divisional game. Really could go either way. Seattle got hammered pretty hard. About 75% of the money in the bets on Seattle. I guess I would say Seattle wins this game. They have probably the better defense, probably the better offense. Of course, home field advantage. They got the nice little uniforms in Arizona. They got some, what is it, the city effect? What do they call it?
Oh,
they got some kind of special uniforms.
Yeah, I think it's city effect.
Look good, feel good.
Yeah.
Uniform bet if you like that kind of thing.
City effect, yeah. It's like the. Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you. I think Seattle wins this game. I've never been
320, still go under.
Yeah, I've never been a big Kyler Murray guy personally. He's kind of right up there with me, not in skill or talent or anything like that. It's a short quarterback thing. He's super short, like Bryce Young, and
I just went down on our 2-leg. Somebody bet it.
Did it?
Well, I just locked it in at worse odds than it was just a minute ago.
Animals.
Somebody just moved the line.
It was us. We're live. Yeah, that's just
I don't. 45 minutes to kick. Somebody's hammering bets.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just have never been a big fan of Kyler Murray. Even when he was in college, I didn't care for him. God, I don't want to get too deep into this, but he's just like Noah Fafita for Arizona, who's Iowa State plays this week, reminds me. They're similar. They run around and barely fucking see over the line of scrimmage, and just can be an irritation at times. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think that all around, I think the Seahawks probably are the better team. They looked pretty decent week one against, in my opinion, versus the 49ers. And then obviously they just rolled the Saints, but I don't think you can really take too much against playing a real terrible team. So, yeah, so just to kind of recap, I guess why don't you just recap the plays you're on, and then any since some of the lines have kind of moved, kind of maybe some spots you would kind of look at to take those live if you want.
So we just locked in JSN and Marvin Harrison Jr. anytime touchdown. Little 2-leg. I used my FanDuel boost on that. Got Greg Dortch reception ladder, 3, 4, and 5. Used the bonus bet on him anytime touchdown just now. I got some bonus bets to use, so seems like a very good spot for that.
Yep.
And I got Tory Horton over receiving yards. I got 19.5. Sprinkle on his anytime touchdown.
He's 20. He's 20. Just for the listeners, he's
25.5
now. You probably
I can imagine you get a better line live.
Yep.
After the first drive, sometime in the first quarter.
Yep.
And then buying into that Marvin Harrison Jr. narrative, I got over 45.5 receiving yards.
Yep. And he's currently 48.5. So you think that's still a take at that line right now?
Not my most confident play ever, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for those listening, 48.5 still a take. Yeah, I'm with you. I locked in Harrison. Boy, that was the ultimate buy low spot. It's funny when you put that out there, I was like, God, I was saying the same thing. So yeah, I'm on Harrison, over 45.5 receiving yards. I locked in the Harrison 5+ yards receiving first quarter and Kenneth Walker 5+ yards rushing parlay. And I used my boost on that. So that comes out to 181. And the other one that I'm probably going to, and then I also locked in the two leg, or I'm going to lock in the 2-leg, but I'm using my DraftKings boost live there, which was again Harrison Jr. and Njigba. So, like you said, I'm kind of 3 plays for a Thursday is a lot for me. Normally I'm 1.
Yeah.
I just use my boost. So yeah, there's some good spots there. The lines hadn't moved too much, so really, if there was only the Tory Horton, which was the one you'd have to maybe catch live if that's a play you want to do. Even Greg Dortch, we talked about it. If you're wish-washy on him, he's probably not going to catch the ball in the first quarter because fucking Kyler just refuses to get him when he's open. But he's there. Just for the viewers out there, man, just focus in on that guy. Just watch him. It's going to be disgusting how open he is. So, yeah. All right. I think that's all we got. We try to keep our Thursday show pretty short, just really kind of narrow the scope for tonight's game. Again, sorry for not having a show last week. Both Lucas and I, as we said, had some personal things come up. Couldn't make the schedule work, but we'll be back to regular programming after this. Again, we hope you all join us tomorrow. Should be around noon, or I guess it'd be about 2:00 Eastern time frame for the Friday show, where we go over again. We're going to go over the college slate and then dive deeper into all the NFL games. So, anything else you want to add?
Looking forward to tomorrow. Full weekend slate.
Good games in college, real good games. So, we'll dive into those.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that, cooking up dope in the crock pot, we came from nothing to something, nigga, I don't trust nobody.